So, okay. Yeah, so we want to continue. We're doing discussions on SMT exam, and this is a standard paper 2020 SMT Old Testament. Please, let's start with the discussions.
Yeah, so starting with the first question, which book in the Old Testament comes before Malachi?
Yeah, so what's the answer, please?
My name is Jonathan. Okay.
C. Papa.
Right?
C.
Is that
Zachariah.
correct?
Yes.
All right, so Zachariah. Yeah, so this also informs us that we should know our books quickly. We should know our books. We should know the minor prophet, the major prophet. We should know which book comes after which one. All right, continue. Number 2.
Okay, number 2, where can the following be found? You are under a curse, your nation, because you are robbing me.
Yes.
Malachi 3:9.
Malachi 4:16.
Malachi 3:9.
Sure. Malachi 3:9.
Yes, it's
Right.
3.
I heard someone.
3:10.
Oh, 3:10 is
It's the 9.
storehouse. Bring
It's
your tithe into the storehouse.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you want to talk, then you say, I want to talk, so that we give you the audio, and then the others would put their microphone off so that we're able to get a good sound. All right, so yes, please.
Yes, I agree with the one who said it's Malachi 3:9a.
That's right. I've had some objection.
No,
Right.
one said 3:10, and I was saying that 3:10 is bring your tithe into the house and test me, and I'll open the bands of heaven to bless you.
That's right. So that is the 9, which one says you are robbing me. I said, which way are we robbing you? Then it came, so it's the 9.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
All right, moving on to question 3. Whose sons are Jokshan and Midan?
Yes, so once it's asked, then you bring your answer. It is good to do discussion so that you get to be part of it.
Papa, me.
Yes.
Okay.
I went for Ishmael.
Okay. Ishmael.
Okay.
Okay.
Papa is B.
And I went in for
Abraham.
Papa, I want to talk. I also went in for D, Abimelech.
Same here, Papa.
All right. So you now bring your justification. So usually some of these things, if you are justifying, then you justify with the test.
Papa is me. Is Abraham? His concubines gave birth to those 2. It's part of those the children that came after Isaac and the rest.
So do we agree, please?
Yes, Papa, I agree to Henry.
Okay, good. So let's move on, please.
Okay. Question 4. In which of the following chapters can the 10 commandments be found?
Yes.
Exodus 20.
Yeah, I went for Exodus 20.
Exodus 20.
Okay.
Good. So let's go.
And then question 5. What is the name of Moses's first son with Zipporah?
I took Gershon.
Gershom.
Gershon B.
I went for A. Gershom.
Okay, so we have A and B. Which is which?
A.
Papa is A.
I went with B as well.
I went with B as well.
Yeah, I chose B. I wasn't 100% sure.
Yes.
I think it's A.
What are the, sometimes some of these things I would wish that you add biblical support. Okay. Yes, because these are all biblical terminology, and so we wouldn't hide anything from you. So if you say perhaps your answer is Zibora, is Gershon, is Obadiah, then you have to support it with your biblical text. So those picking
So Papa,
Gershon,
it's A, it's A, which is Gershom with the M. The text is Exodus 2:22.
that's right. That's right. That's correct. Yeah. Okay.
So please, which one is the correct one? A.
A is the correct one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm through with my 5. I think somebody else will continue from 6.
So you need to pick the Exodus and put it in front of the Gershon, please.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm going to take
okay. Please, 1 second. Let me correct this. Oh, that's not what I want.
You continue. I think let the person continue.
Okay.
All right, so I was going to take 5 to 10. And so if you can, 5 is, I'm sorry, we did 5, so 6 to 10.
Yes.
Yeah. Why did Jonah go aboard the ship? And he was running away from the presence of God.
Right.
Yeah.
I chose A. Yeah, correct.
Do you all agree to that, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Papa.
And I'm sure you know the story too. You know the story about how God sent him to go to where? Where was he sent to go first? Nineveh. And where did he divert to? Tarshish, right? So these are the things that would always come. Okay. All right. So thank you. Please continue.
The word of God came to Micah during the reigns of Jotham, Ahaz, and A is Beth, Hezekiah, Ahab, and Balak.
So
Hezekiah.
Yes.
The answer is B. Yes, Hezekiah.
I had to see Ahab.
Any objection?
Is there a test to it?
Micah 1.
Micah 1.
1:1.
Micah 1:1. So number 8 is, on which mountain did Moses receive the 10 commandments?
It's D, Mount Sinai.
Sinai covenant.
Mount Sinai.
D.
You all agree to that?
Yeah.
Yes, Papa.
So what's the name of the mountain again?
Mount
Sinai. D.
Beautiful. Let's continue, please.
Not Mount Olives, because that's where Jesus told the disciples to wait, around that area. All right.
That's
correct. All right. So number 9, whose prayer did fire from heaven consume the burnt offering while the glory of the Lord filled the temple? And it's Elijah. The story between Elijah and Baal, right?
It's Solomon.
I made the same mistake. I think we both read the first part and
Solomon.
finished reading it.
It was Solomon?
It's Solomon.
Yeah, this was Solomon. It was Solomon, not Elijah.
Oh, it filled the temple. The temple.
That's the temple.
Oh, fill the temple.
So you're talking about the Second Chronicles account.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Second Chronicles 7:1.
so
So
90.
if you don't take time, once you see fire from heaven, okay,
It's easy.
you're gonna have. That's fine. Okay.
It's easy to think about Elijah. Okay. Who ordered the sun to stand still in the battle?
Joshua. B.
Joshua.
Is that okay?
Yes, Papa.
Yeah.
Yes, Papa.
Please, can you press on don't show me again? Top there. Thank you. On top of the document, go to the right. Thank you. And then still come back to this one. All right, thank you.
All right, so I guess that concludes the portion that I will read.
Okay, thank you. So you see, from the 10 questions that you have read, let me just prompt you of some of the things that you may not be in the known. They will intentionally ask you a question and bring an answer to the A. And the moment you see it, you'll be rushing to pick the A. Always watch out. When you read a question, go back to the question again and read again. And then take a break. And then you see that you don't flop. All right, thank you.
I'll take the 11 through 15.
Please, let's go.
To which king, according to 2 Chronicles 15, did the prophet Azariah direct this message? If you seek him, you will be found by you. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you.
In Asa.
Who is talking, please?
That is Nana.
Okay, Nana. Nana, you said you didn't know you were doing the work. Okay, don't worry. Let's continue. We'll talk off track, off board.
But I did some. I saw it, so I started doing some.
Okay, so who are we talking? Whom are we talking about here?
King Asa, B.
Kinesa. All right.
In which language was most of the Old Testament originally written?
Oh, big Greek.
Great. Yeah.
No, I chose Hebrew.
D.
Hebrew.
Hebrew.
Yeah, I chose Hebrew.
Hebrew.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see Hebrew there.
Hebrew.
Oh, my goodness.
So that when you're talking about Old Testament, then you're talking about Hebrew. If you're talking about New Testament, then you're talking about the Aramaic and the Greek.
Yes.
Please, do you understand that part?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, let's continue.
13. Who accused Moses of marrying a Cushite woman? D.
Yes.
Miriam and Aaron.
Yes, it's D.
I agree.
What was the name of the third son of Adam? C.
Seth.
Seth.
Okay. Let me pause. Why did they call him Adam? Sorry, why did they call him Seth?
Which one is?
Because he was.
Can you go back a little bit for me, please?
Okay.
Scroll up a little 1 second. Okay, so 2 is. Okay. 2 is T 14.
Oh, what did I do? Sorry.
14.
Yes, please. I asked the question.
I was
Papa, I believe that it was because he believed that God had appointed him as a replacement for Abel.
No. No. When you talk about set, okay, set simply means that the one that comes before you is no more. Okay.
Okay.
So just have that in mind. The two will be said, or no, I said that so you'll be in when you have this in mind, it will help you.
Okay.
Okay. That's right.
14.
At the time of the census conducted by Moses in the first chapter of Numbers, which of the 12 tribes of Israel was the smallest?
Nancy.
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Choose Benjamin too.
I put Manasseh because I wasn't too sure, so I'll pick something.
So is it Benjamin? Because I don't know.
Yeah, Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Okay. Somebody.
Okay, Papa, I also take from 16 downwards.
It's
Okay.
Manasseh, rather. It's
It's
not
Manansi. The answer is Manansi.
Manasseh.
They have the smallest number.
So the scripture is Numbers 1. I believe is 34 to 35.
Oh, so it's Manasseh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I take it that all of you got it wrong?
No, Papa.
No.
Most of us
I
got
chose Manasseh, but it was a lottery. I can't say I know for a fact. It was a lottery.
Okay. The text is in Numbers chapter 1, the verse 35. Manansi has
Right.
32,200. Verse 35. Verse 35. If you look at the numbers, Manansi has 32,200, and that's the least.
Right.
Okay. All right, who is continuing for us?
So those who pick Manasseh, you are correct. Next person, please.
Number 16. Who was Jacob to Abraham?
B, grandson.
Grandson.
Is B, grandson. Okay. Number 17, please. How many sons did Jacob have? The answer is B.
Say B2.
Number 18. Which tribe was in charge of the worship in the tabernacle and later in the temple?
A, Levi.
Levi.
It's Levite. A. We go to number 19. Israel split into how many kingdoms after the reign of King Solomon?
2.
Is C.
Northern and Southern.
Thank you. 20. After the exile, the Israelites returned and started to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem, which prophets, along with Zechariah, was sent to encourage the people to complete the building of the temple.
I chose A.
Prophet
Okay.
Haggai.
I wasn't sure.
Haggai.
The quotation.
So in scriptures, we have two of the people that encouraged them to go and rebuild the temple. We have Zechariah and Haggai, and they are known for that. Okay, they are the Barnabas of their time, if you call it the Caleb of their time. Okay. All right.
Okay, someone should take the rest.
All right, Papa, I'll continue from 21 to 26. What is the meaning of El Shaddai? I took C, Almighty God.
So before you continue, can someone open to Zechariah chapter 5? Let's get something down there. Zechariah chapter 5, 1 and 2. The one reading, you can unmute yourself. Zechariah chapter 5.
Zechariah chapter 5, 1 and 2.
Yes, please.
Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
So this text, take it, go and read it, get the meaning of it. You'll meet it somewhere as a question. So take it, just take it, write it down, go and read and get the meaning of it. Okay? All right. Thank you. Let's continue.
What is the text, please?
Zechariah chapter 5, 1 and 2.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes, Papa.
Yeah, thank you, Papa. Can we continue, please?
Please go ahead.
All right, thank you. We are moving to question 22. Who among the following was related to Mordecai?
Did we answer 21, please? I didn't hear that.
21.
So
what was the answer? I don't think I got it.
Yeah, we didn't do 21.
All right, then I'll start from 21 again. What is the meaning of El Shaddai? I took C, Almighty God.
Okay.
Is any other person?
God of heaven.
So when you talk about El Shaddai, you know, the El is God, right? And Shaddai is might. And Okokroko, Onyame Kokroko, Almighty God. Onyame Kokroko, Okokroko.
Shaddai is some. Okay.
All right, thank you. Shall we continue? Who among the following was related to Mordecai? I'm not all that sure with this one, but I took root A.
Yeah, I chose C, Hadassah. That's the other name for Esther. That's her real name.
Yes, you see the way they have twisted the question, because for this one, if they had written Esther, all of us would have quickly picked it. Okay.
Yeah.
So in reading Esther. Please remember that this is the name of Esther, Hadassah.
All right. Question number 23. Who did David task to frustrate the counsel of Ahithophel?
Okay, so this is a very technical question, but if you read the whole of the chapter 15 and you get to the verse 31 and move downward to the 37, 36, you see that David picked Hushai and told Hushai to go and tell Absalom that he would want to serve him. And then he said, when you go, try to frustrate his plans. So Hushai was sent to frustrate the plans of Ahithophel.
All right, thank you, Papa. Who was told, go in strength you have and save Israel out of Midian's hand?
Yeah, this one I was confused between
Gideon.
Jephthah and Gideon, so I chose Jephthah.
I chose Gideon.
I chose Gideon too, and I'm not sure by myself.
So let us get a difference between the role of Gideon and my friend Jephthah, right? First of all, what did Gideon do? And then what did that of Jephthah also do? When you draw the sharp difference, then you would, because these two people are going to run through most of the questions you're going to meet. So get a sharp difference. You may write it down and perhaps study alongside it and get it straight. But you know that the place where Gideon featured, for example, where Jephthah featured so much is Judges chapter 11. And you see the rule of Jephthah when the elders of Gilead went to him to plead with him to come and lead them to go and fight the Amorites and all that. He said to them, did you not drive me away from my father's home? Why then do you come for me when you are in trouble? And so to say go in the strength, I didn't see that there in my studies. And so that would go for Gideon, because the whole story of Jephthah is well factored in Judges chapter 11. Did you get that point, please?
Yeah.
And Papa, I think that during my contribution today, I think in this contest, I think I recollect that it was during the Midianite time that Gideon was
powerful, and that is powerful.
Yeah.
Yes, that is powerful, and that can be found in Judges chapter 6. Right. So Judges chapter 6.
All right, shall we continue? Which king's death is the reference point for the call of the prophet Isaiah?
I chose A, Uzziah.
A, yeah, I chose A too.
Yes, it's A, Uzziah.
And again, let me emphasize that every year, this person called Uzziah will never be left out of our discussions. Uzziah will come, Uzziah will come, Uzziah will come. And that's which king it's a reference point in Prophet Isaiah calling. So that one thing that we should know is that Prophet Uzziah happens to be one of the powerful kings that the Lord gave us, because at a point he left the presence of the Lord, and the Lord brought leprosy upon him. When he was leprotic, he couldn't stay in the community. And so as a king, they had to put him in the outskirts and get a room for him. And they made his son sit on the throne. But because he had been the favorite of the Lord, or perhaps the king that God used mightily, they didn't want to kill him. And so, yes, though Prophet Isaiah was still ministering until the death of King Uzziah. He couldn't suffer so much. So he didn't want to also prophesy his death. But when King Uzziah died, Isaiah was super excited because God had taken him, knowing that he didn't follow God at the latter part of his reign. He was so excited and said, "Oh, Medenyamia say, Everybody aba be say ni pay, and then the corner Juma best out to us and said, the banner tia kumano so, the banner that so, a tia kunche mra, or he was here, we and as I say, Nihunu Yami, Sabrino, and everybody did as I Juma so, a share on sound. Now obey, but as I was already a prophet. He was already a prophet prior to the death of King Uzziah. That's Isaiah chapter 6. All right, thank you.
All right, that's the end of my question. Someone should continue from 26 to 30.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll take it up from here. 26. Which of the tribes of Israel used idols Micah had made all the time the house of God was in Shiloh? Which of the tribes of Israel? I just made trial and error, right? I chose D, Benjamin. I don't think it's right, but
Yeah, I chose Benjamin too.
I don't know.
So what were your motivations, my dear people?
I chose
At least
B.
for me, I remember the story somewhere in Judges, and I remember that the tribe of Benjamin, they committed some atrocity, and the rest of the tribes came to kill all the men. So I kind of tied the two together, and that's how I chose Benjamin.
Okay, so fine. So please read the question again. I think you are making a very good point, but read the question again. Let's think in the lines and see.
Okay. Which of the tribes of Israel used idols Micah had made all the time the house of God was in Shiloh?
So if you are really telling me that which of them are you talking about is the answer, then I would want us to go verify ourselves with scriptures. Please open with me to Judges chapter 18. Judges 18. And pick the 30th verse and come to the 31st verse. And then you tell me the answer. Judges chapter 18, verse 30 and 31. Please.
Yeah, I see the answer now. That's done.
Yep, the Danites.
Are we settled, please?
Yes, Papa.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. 27. To whom did God say, those who honor me, I will honor, but those who despise me will be disdained? I chose the priest Eli. I might be wrong though.
Yes. I want all of us to talk. I mean, it's a way that you are getting your mind and making sure that at least when it comes to the exam, to be able to recollect that we said this and it was wrong. So just try something.
Yeah, Papa, I also chose Eli. I think that's what Samuel had told Eli concerning his sons.
I also chose the same.
So who is the original author of this message, first of all, and what was the context? And when we get it to know the context, then we are able to direct it to the right source. When the times ask me a DNA so that even if the questions are 10 in other form, you still not be found wanting. You will be able to put your head together and descend. So, who made this statement in the first place? What was the occasion?
I came.
For example,
my
yes, go ahead.
The background to my answer, that is was when God revealed Himself to Samuel when he's a boy, concerning the house of Eli and his sons and what he was going to do. I also considered that because I do not recollect that God said that to King Ahab. Neither did He say to the prophet Micah. That is my thinking. So it was between the two. Yeah.
All right. So for example, you take First Samuel's account. You know that the chapter 1 is talking about, the birth, the surrounding story of Hannah vis-a-vis her prayer, getting to know the prophet Eli, and then the conception and the birth. So when you get to the chapter 2, you are aware that she gave the praise from which Samuel grew, and the Lord revealed to Samuel until the message came out that the children, so you're able to link it there immediately, that this is a very sharp message, that those who honor me, I will honor, but those who despise me will be disdained. And that is prophets, that's the priest Eli. And you may get that from First Samuel chapter 2, the verse 30. Should clear it there.
Papa?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think the first thing was the promise that God had made to Eli of like a sort of an honor that his family was going to be revered before him. So when the children started misbehaving, then God came with that pronouncement to say that now this is the decree I'm making to you, that whoever disdain me, I will not honor, and they will not have that privilege anymore.
That's right. That's right. So it's a saying of the Lord, that the Lord, the God of Israel, declares. And so that is God's message. That's God's message that came through the reign of the priest Eli. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So 28, it says, who completed the building of the first temple of the people of Israel? I chose C.
Yeah, Solomon.
Yeah, I chose C also.
29, how long did King Saul, the Benjaminite, reign over Israel?
42.
Okay, I chose 30, but I don't know. So trying to.
Yeah, I
42.
didn't know either. I just guessed 18.
I chose 42.
Do we?
So one of the ways by which you should do is get it done. That's what we call the monarchy, the kings.
Yeah, all the others are 40, 40, 40.
Right. And so, so that's First Kings chapter 2, verse 11. Did you get that?
John David reign 40 years.
All right.
So 40 years. Then, okay,
Saul,
then the answer.
Saul.
We're talking about Saul, yeah?
This is Saul.
Yeah.
So Saul reigned more than David? I don't think so.
Can you please read First Samuel chapter 13, verse 1?
32.
First Samuel 13, verse 1.
So
Saul was 40 years. Saul was 40 years old when he began to reign.
Come again. Saul was how many years?
40 years
Saul was
old
30 years
when
and
he
reigned 42 years.
Yeah, so he was 30
Yeah.
and he reigned 42 years. So please pick the answer 42. Thank you.
hold a minute. 42.
Okay, 30 says, who said, I know that my Redeemer liveth. And I chose D, Job.
Job. And I guess that came from the story when the wife was asking him to curse God, and then he responded to that.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
I'm done with the 5.
Thank you. Very brilliantly executed by all those who have done.
I'm gonna take the next 5. Can I please take the next 5?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. 31. Which is the 8th of the 10 commandments? I chose D.
Please write this assignment down. Try to know your 10th commandment, because there will be no way you write an OT paper that you wouldn't get a question on the 10th commandment. So please write it in. Before you sleep, go over. I know. Yeah, thank you. So what is the answer for 31? Do you agree?
So
you said D, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Okay.
I chose D too.
Number 32. What is the name of the wife of Moses? I chose A.
Yeah, Zebura.
Yeah, we've seen this in a previous question.
That's right. So you'll be after solving 2 questions, you'll be able to relate, because the Bible never changes. So are the questions. All right.
Okay. How old was Joseph when he died in Egypt?
$110.
Choose
110.
Is there a Bible verse to it?
Genesis 40 something. 40, I forgot.
It's 110 in Genesis 50, 22.
49 or 50?
50, 22.
And he said, I am dying, but the Lord will bless you. Right? Something.
It said Genesis 50 what? Oh, okay.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lived 110 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you agree? Okay, continue.
Which prophet made an iron horn and told the king, with this you shall go the Aramites.
Arameans. Zedekiah.
Yeah, I didn't know this, so I guess I know the story, but I don't remember which prophet.
How many of you have heard that?
We've heard that.
So
We missed out because it's been a long time.
Okay, don't worry. You turn your Bible with me to First Kings chapter 22.
You go on. the answers has A, B, C, and B. So when it happens like that on the test, how does
Write it. Whenever you see like that, write there. I'm not sure. Don't never try to write A, B, C, D. When you write A, write the answer. Okay, if it's like A 110, 110 years, right? 110 years. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Because you're going to use normal paper which has been stamped. It's not the shading kind. All right.
No, this is not Scantron.
Yes. Okay, thank you. So please turn your Bible with me to 1 Kings chapter 22 divided by 2. So 1 Kings 22 divided by 2. So 1 Kings chapter 22 verse 11.
Okay, so the answer is right there.
Did you read that, please?
Yes, I'll read. One of them, Zedekiah, son of Kenana, made some iron horns and proclaimed, "This is what the Lord says, with these horns you will gore the Arameans to death."
All right, so we're done with that. So the answer is D, right?
Yes.
Okay, so try to put the quotation there. Thank you.
I'm going to the next set of 5. I don't know if there's somebody who hasn't had a chance, they can take it.
The 35, you have to finish that and then the next 5.
I think, did I finish? I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. 35 is your last. Sorry.
Okay. Which of the following is true about Psalm 51? I chose A.
Yeah, I chose A, true.
Okay. And that's beautiful.
And this one is, in some Bibles, is the heading for that psalm.
Okay. Can we be a little bit snappy? You got about 30 minutes to close for today.
I take from 36.
Yes, please.
Which king gave the utensils and worship items back to the returning exiles?
All right. I know maybe this will be something above. So you go to Ezra chapter 1 and save yourself.
Okay,
Cyrus. King Cyrus. Yeah, King Cyrus. Yeah.
Okay, 37. Whose prophecy stressed that Judah will go into exile for 70 years? Jeremiah's?
It's a king. I see Cyrus, Papa, rather, for 36.
Yeah, Cyrus is the answer.
Oh, okay. I chose the wrong one. Sorry.
Cyrus is the answer for 36.
Right.
So 37, whose prophecy stressed that Judah will go into exile for 70 years?
A.
I chose Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, yeah.
38, which prophet saw the valley full of dry bones in a vision?
That's Ezekiel.
C.
Okay. In which C, okay, 39. In which book of the Bible were the greedy, exploitative, and lazy leaders of Israel condemned as bad shepherds?
D.
I chose D, Ezekiel.
D, Ezekiel. 40. In the creation account of Genesis, what did God create on the 5th day?
C.
I chose D, animals.
It's C.
I chose C though.
How many of you are in favor of that, please?
I.
C. I chose C.
I chose C too.
Animals is on the day on the fifth. On the sixth.
Do you know that we have? Do you know that we have two stories?
And
Do you know that we have? How many stories do we have on creation? Do you know about that? It's a very technical area. How many stories do you have on creation? The creation story. How many stories do you have? You have two, right?
Two creation
Okay.
stories.
Genesis 1 and Genesis 2.
All right. So with Genesis 1, what was created on the female? Sometimes when some of these questions can be tried to revise quickly because you don't have enough time.
Creatures, sea creatures, and
Yeah, I think Genesis 1, 21.
Continue.
So I'm sorry, my system is a little frozen. We say it's C or D for
C.
40.
It's C.
C.
This thing that block my computer, I can say nothing.
Okay.
Good. Continue.
Okay, who was the father of the person who succeeded Moses as a leader of Israel?
I chose none. D.
G.
Any other person with a divergent view? And those who chose your B, right?
D.
We chose D, Dora.
D.
D.
So what motivated you?
Just like the odd one out.
Yeah, well, we know Joshua succeeded Moses, and Joshua's dad is Nun. So they always say Joshua, the son of Nun.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's correct.
Okay, let's
42.
continue.
Why did the prophet Elijah want to die?
To see Jezebel about to kill him.
Yeah.
Yes,
I chose
C.
C.
Yeah, I was torn between that one and he lost his courage.
No, is it because Jezebel? I think he lost his courage of standing up. He was tired of.
But already Jezebel had made a pronouncement.
Yes,
before time, Jezebel had made the pronouncement.
Yes. And that's what led him to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it led him to run, but it didn't let him to want to kill himself because of Jezebel. Because after he was strengthened, he went back to Ahab and then declared war words of the Lord to Ahab. So he wasn't afraid after he was strengthened. When he was told that gather yourself, the journey is long. He came back, and then that was after that I think that is my thinking. That is how I looked at it. Because after he was strengthened, he went back again. So if it is because of Jezebel's vow that today by now, yes, he ran away, but he wasn't sorted after or chased or whatever, and as a result, he has to kill himself.
Okay. Can we look at something? Can we please? I like the arguments. I'm always quiet behind because I want to see the way you are flowing in the argument that are coming. Can we go to First Kings? Can you go to First Kings chapter 19 and pick something so that I want to follow your argument. I'm enjoying the argument. The rate at which is coming is good. So read this and let's see what scripture would say. So 1 Kings chapter 19, emphasis must be laid on 3 and 4, please.
And Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done, and whether how he had slain all the prophets with the sword. Then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, So let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. 3. And when he saw that, he arose and went for his life, and came to Beersheba, which belonged to Judah, and left his servant there. 4. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat down under a juniper tree, and he requested for himself that he might die, and said, It is enough now, O Lord, take my life away, for I am not better than my fathers.
So, our argument that it was Jezebel still stand true, because this happened before he was strengthened.
Yeah, in verse 2, there was a warning.
And that one was enough for him.
That's the issue about he losing his courage was just
as a
result of what happened in. I honestly think that the B is just a way to sway the real answer, which is the real reason why he lost his courage. It was because of the fact that he thought that he was going to be killed, and so he has to run away.
Okay. You know what? Let's. I'm enjoying it, because every biblical scholar would say that anybody that sees this will pick Jezebel vowed to kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know Elijah and the power that was upon him, but this has gotten to do with more of a character that was unusual of the man called Elijah, because under no circumstance will anybody scare this man called Elijah. But we are seeing that something strange happened to this man, because in the Hebrew language, you can see that the consonant used was he was afraid. He was afraid, right? So when he saw the situation, he was afraid. And so that courageous man, lost his courage because of somebody's statement. So when you argue between the two lines and see whether this examiner is trying to play with my understanding of the biblical principles, because Jezebel's actions were things that would scare the man, and she succeeded. Me, Jezebel is on because I mean pay or but me, I'm a net to me a graniaco, and Timro call here. Gain courage, and son to me a PA. As you get that, I'm also helping your argument to reason through, and next time you'll be able to pick the right answer. So he was once again out of character. Elijah, for the first time, was out of character. And that also reminds us that as human beings, sometimes we can go
subject to like passions.
So you're saying that the answer is he lost his courage?
Please don't quote me.
No, because by what you said, I think that you changed the answer. But like I said, I don't disagree with what you are saying. The only thing that I am thinking, the character loss was a consequence.
A result, exactly.
It was a consequence, and so the basis for that's why I say I'm thinking that second answer was just because it is abstract. Basically, when you read the answer, it's an abstract answer.
Yeah.
So there is a real cause why he said, Lord. In fact, he actually lied, even to the Lord that all the prophets have been killed except
Okay. I understand all the exuberance nature of your spirit, but let me come with a theological view that if we say, why are we preparing for these exams? Is it because the moderator is coming, or because what is coming? You are doing that because you want to build your charisma. Okay, so all that we are dealing with, this question is calling for what happened to the man. The man was depressed. The man lost courage. The man's tempo went down, right? If you're looking for who was pursuing his life, then it could be so simple. But at the end, you see a pantia, then that is he lost courage. But if you consider it from here, these angles, now bow, you go to consuming fire, you come to Jezebel wants to kill, then I know that most students will pick Jezebel vowed to kill him. But the baseline reason is loss of courage. The baseline reason is loss of courage because he lost courage. He was so depressed. He couldn't stand that attack. But again, it answers the question: who was pursuing? So, all those who will pick Jezebel, I'll see the examiner to give you correct. Okay. But if it comes to moderation, we can argue this part of the question. Yeah, if it comes to moderation, we can argue this part that the two answers are correct. If I get students who are theoretically inclined and they tell me that you lost courage, yes, I will take it. And other people will say, no, it was because Jezebel was pursuing his life. So these are the ways I want you to think through whenever you see a question. And then you can always have two answers out of the lot, and then you pick one. Okay? So on this platform, let's see all those who are going for Jezebel.
Me.
I for one.
I. Jezebel.
I, Jezebel.
Jezebel.
Yeah, I didn't choose Jezebel. I chose B. He lost his courage. And that's why I'm defending it, because yes, the warning was there. He has done a miraculous work. Elijah was a powerful man that wouldn't fear Ahab, who called fire to consume people that are sent to him and destroy. Yes, of course, there was the word, the word sent forth to him by a woman or a queen that she's going to do that, but there was no pursuit. But I'm analyzing all this too is that when you read further what we read, he said he was tired, not that he was afraid somebody is coming to kill him, and so God should rather kill him instead of an evil woman killing him, but rather he lost his strength. He lost his courage to pursue the things of God. I think it's upon this premise that God said, okay, prepare yourself, go take Elisha, go do that, put your place, and then he was taken. It's not because he was taken to run away. God didn't take Elijah to heaven to run away from Jezebel.
Can I copy?
That is my perspective, though.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, but we have to agree.
Okay. Hold on. We are now in a theological institution. I love it, and we're going to see most of these things. So take this one as an assignment, okay? Take it. Just don't take Jezebel vowed to kill for an answer, and don't take he lost courage for an answer. Think through, think through, and come back tomorrow, and then justify your point. That's a theologian. A theologian will always say, okay, you know what? Give me a day. And then you go and study, go and research, and you see that the Jezebel pursuance was just an addendum, a kind of an addition to what happened. But na how so because Jezebel and Tino Gokuno. Abemubu Nyankopon sa wafrɛ me sɛ me mmra bɛwɔ adwuma afei deɛ ne ɔbrɛ bɛn na mebrɛ kumi na menkɔ mepatwɛ yɛ ntoa so class na yɛ dɛ
43, who were given wisdom, knowledge, and all kinds of skills to make artistic designs for work in gold, silver, and bronze to set up the sanctuary according to the sense of God.
I think that was the last answer, Bezalel and Oholiab.
Yes, D.
Promise I do you.
Okay.
Yes. No. Don't pick an answer for the one that has gone on. No. Don't pick he lost courage. No, don't pick it. Wait for tomorrow.
Okay.
So
In theology, no one wins. We win in theology. We come with facts. Yeah, we don't win theology.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Please, you can continue.
Please go ahead.
Okay. Question 44. Who asked God to give a sign by making a piece of wood dry and the surrounding ground wet?
Hey, Gideon.
That was Gideon.
45. What is the meaning of the name Ephraim?
That's right. Vinny Drew.
God has remembered me in my pain.
Yes, I'll go for that. No, I'll go for C. God has
C.
caused me to be
Yeah, I went
fruitful
for
in the
C.
land of my affliction. Yes.
Actually,
C.
for God has
Yeah.
caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction.
Yeah, I chose C also, but I was torn between A and C because I wasn't sure.
Same here, and I went for A. I was just using common sense here. I don't know whether that's true or not.
Yeah.
I know A and C are the
I can see.
meanings of the names of the two children, but I don't remember which is what.
Ephraim means fruitfulness.
Ephraim means fruitfulness. Okay.
Okay. So
46. What is the food God miraculously provided for the Israelites?
A B.
Hey, that's how when
Where did the quail come from? I thought it was fish.
What is that one? What is that one? The quail.
Quail?
The quail, those were
Yeah.
birds that God rained from heaven.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. So 46 is what?
It's B, boy.
Okay. That's good. Okay. 47. Who was the mother of Moses, Aaron, and Miriam?
B.
Yeah, I chose B.
Yeah,
Yeah.
B.
B.
Exodus 1.
Yeah, B. Okay.
You put the
And
thing by the what you call it, the
which one?
verse. You say Exodus 1.
Yeah, I don't remember the verse, but I know it's in chapter 1.
Exodus. Okay.
Which one? Which one is that?
47.
Were you asking of some Bible test? So continue, please continue.
But what did you say?
Someone was asking of a Bible test. I wanted to hear.
Oh.
48. How many tribes received their inheritance before the crossing of the Jordan?
A. 2.5.
49. What did the dry bones in the valley represent in the vision of Ezekiel?
I choose B.
Please, sorry to interrupt. Correction, it's in Exodus 2, not 1.
Yeah, I heard something. I was asking.
The dry bones.
You know, when you talk about the dry bones,
Yeah.
the whole thing is explained in the verse. Check the verse 14 of the 37th, and you get to know what they meant, what exactly they meant.
Oh, that's not so clear.
Papa, please, what's the verse again?
37, 14. Check the verse 14.
Okay. 14 says, I'll put my spirit in you and you will live again and return home to your own land.
Take it from 12, 13, okay. 14. Let me
well, therefore prophesy to them and say, this is what the sovereign Lord says. O my people, I will open your graves of exile and cause you to rise again. Then I will bring you back to the land of Israel. When this happens, O my people, you will know that I am the Lord. I'll put my spirit in you and you'll live again and return home to your own land.
All right. So
I'll go for the captive of Israel.
Yes.
Yeah.
The captive of Israel.
Yeah, the captive of Israel.
That's Ezekiel 37. 12 to 14.
Why the captives of Israel?
Have you finished reading the passage?
Yeah, because the passage is talking of the eschatological or reunification of their release. But in this case, it is not the eschatological nature is not represented. So the captive of Israel will give us the, what we call it, the bigger set.
I like the argument you're bringing up.
Yeah, Baba, because I say how the Israelites saw themselves, they didn't see themselves in that light of the release, because we know verse 12, no, at the banner 14, it gives us the clear indication of what the prophecy stands to do, is to release them from that particular bondage into the longing of the people of God. How did they long for it? Because
Okay, hold on. Get to the verse 11.
Very good. And the verse 11 is the area where I think pushes the B to be my answer, because
Read it. Theologian, please read it.
He said unto me,
that's right.
He said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our part.
So which people? So what did the dry bone in the valley represent?
And that is why I went for B, how the Israelites saw themselves, to be dry bones and lost.
He said, this is what we see. So how they saw themselves. And that is it. And God was ready to revive them. So the whole of the passage of Ezekiel 37 is seen in the 11th verse.
all right.
And then why didn't
So I would say on B how the Israelites saw themselves.
Yeah.
So the question is when you read, what did you see? So what you saw is what you interpret. Because it's biblical.
But the captive Israel also makes sense. So
It's just like the larger story, because when you think through,
Advanced Old Testament, though.
Yeah, because for me, from the story, the dry bones came back to life. And God is saying, just as the dry bones came to life, I will bring you guys also from captivity. So that's how I relate.
Yeah. Well,
Please don't take yes for an answer. Okay? Always come with your biblical basis. Okay, that's all. That's all. What I'm doing is not to provide you with the answer, but to make you think.
Yeah.
Then it sticks. That's all. That's all. And then come back and say, oh, number 1 A, number 2 B, number 3 C. You've not learned anything.
Well,
Has to
but
be.
I think that the challenge here is that we are looking at multiple choice, and the fact that there ought to be a final answer to determine the results. And so I think that's what is, if it was a plain question for us to argue, maybe we would have been open-minded. But now we are closed-minded because the answers need to be selected within it. If you don't select the right one, it means you are wrong. And that's why we are all looking out for which is right, which is not right.
That's right. And because you're not writing the exams tomorrow, we need to set ourselves thinking. And then in the course of the study, say, Papa, I found us. Then that makes you a scholar. Okay? So there's no complete scholar in this world. All scholars go research more to argue a point. So we can even get an answer here and challenge the marking scheme and say, no, this is not right. Yes, these are the kind of breeders scholars want to bring in the system. Say, no, I'm not going to take this. I'm going further to read. And you come tomorrow and say, oh, I found it. And one day, because I mean, it can be because what you want to run on to na a D4 Munko Mumra. Why?
Yes.
So 2 questions we've not settled on 2 questions. Okay, write them, note them down, and then it will be a very good assignment for us.
Okay.
And so the question I'll ask is, na numpe ne go na ehifo? That's a bigger question. Na numpe no na ehifo? And I'll go. And you know more so my idea. And in ehifo and yega. So we know that yes, they were in captivity. They were in captivity. They were under bondage. But what did that thing represent about themselves? Then no more. Omankase numa semwa. Okay, yeni se ampaye wonkwa sumudi. And so say, hey, in the sunyina, any bibia yet. And any Elijah yet pet. So if you see all the argument I'm bringing the argument that has a meaning to the text, just like Elijah's one. They are similar. And you meet these questions throughout your presentations. Okay. When you don't find the answers a day to the exams, I'll tell you.
Won't that be too late, Papa?
Oh, say, may mamu clearly say, question be answer, and you won't go through things. So after you've gone through all the pages, I'll tell you, almost set the questions here, stay no more. So you go through like that, just go, keep on, bring your wonderful argument and go through like that. So whenever you see like that, oh, and then for somebody to me add a crime, a chill, answer in here, then you go. Okay, that's right. Let's continue.
Okay, Papa. Let me read. I don't know whether the one reading has finished.
Yeah,
So how many questions more
50.
are you left?
We have 50 left.
50 more questions.
Yeah,
Yes.
51. We haven't tackled question 50 yet. So
Okay, so yeah, 51.
Okay.
All right. So before you continue, let me give you some point here. Right? At the end of say it's assumed that you have read the whole Bible. And to be a question on say unya hu ye pen hu be prew. No ko fansa bi. Jimmy Sopa sa wo kana hu say ne amasa no a ya to budin ne hu the opese or the man. And yes, I bet me at treasure so be pina or sre. I was also never banana because you know the stories. Most of the stories you know it. And the one assignment I made a man say obiampe audio Bible. Oko internet a obo ebi a Genesis a bit piama anya pima no abo audio. Now they drive it and now say the hokra na utie we started free Genesis. Very powerful. Now I started First Samuel, Second Samuel. Be a body say but me tie. Don't stress to sit and say you are reading. You need the audio and listen. For example, First Samuel, Second Samuel, First Kings, Second Kings, First Chronicle, Second Chronicle. Put me past you will not struggle at all in the Old Testament. Then again, you come to Genesis account, Genesis chapter 1, Genesis chapter 2, and then so be bebre. Ama what Noah mba, no more saying, no more 5. Why didn't decline? Oh, these are all some of the things that you can easily go through. So today, as I promised you, it's 11 p.m. Today, I just make sure you go through this to see what is ahead of you. And God bless you. You've done so well. And so through the reading, I've now gotten to know where the challenges are, and we'll be picking from that side. And Onyamisha, one thing you should be sure of is that if we go through this with our hearts, I'm expecting the top student to come from this presbytery, and which I know is possible. So whatever we do, I'm learning with you. I'm with you. And some of the arguments I'll be bringing, I'm just bringing it for you to think through and see that don't just pick one for an answer, but it can be the alternative as well. And God bless you. My name is Awuku-Gyampoh. Thank you so much, and have a good evening. God willing, we will meet again tomorrow.
Thank you, Papa. Good night.
Thank you.
God bless you. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Papa.
Bye.
Good night, Papa.
Bye, sir. Bye, sir. Bye, sir.
Papa, you can say back door.
Debbie, we saw another meeting. We saw another meeting, you. Met 3. Why? It's a channel of me.